Well, I got the yard mowed this morning. First mowing of the season. It's kind of tall in places, so it took a little longer than I thought. Now it's starting to cloud up. Anyway, might get some rain, but I'm gonna try to break up the dirt in this raised bed garden real quick. Hopefully I don't get rained on. So I don't remember exactly what I put in these raised bed gardens. I know I added a lot of topsoil. I believe it's got, maybe both of these have some straw from the chicken pen and some pine shavings. If I remember correctly, I think I put rabbit manure in one bed and chicken manure in the other bed, but that was a while back. This stuff's definitely wet, but it's pretty packed down. Try breaking that up a little bit, see what happens. Not exactly sure what I'm going to need to try to break this up with. Big old earthworm. Chickens are like that. I'm going to finish this up and I'll catch back with y'all here in a few minutes. I'm not exactly sure why I'm even breaking this up. I think on the other bed I'm just going to dig a hole where I plan on planting my vegetable at. As I get older, I try to work a little bit smarter, not harder. This old worm was just a couple inches longer, we could fry him up in some cornmeal and have him for supper. Come on, let's go. So the last time I saw y'all, I was actually planting some seeds in some little potting cups. They haven't grown yet. My patience is just a little thin, so I stopped by the big box store. You got some that's already 3 or 4 inches tall. I think I'm going to put them in there. And if the other ones grow, I'll add them to this. But for now, I'm going to go with the old store-bought variety. So some of the plants that I picked up were the same variety that I was trying to grow from seeds. I've got a few other ones. I was lucky enough to find some Jetstar Tomatoes already grown 3 or 4 inches tall. Wasn't able to buy any seeds for those, so feel lucky about that. So I really don't have a plan as to where I'm going to put these vegetable plants. But I'm going to go ahead and start with some of these Jetstar tomatoes. It says to plant them about 36 inches apart. I think we can do better than that. We're going to do about 15. I do want to pinch off some of these lower leaves, so I'm going to plant them fairly deep. This bed, you can tell I didn't break it up, so I'm just going to dig out a hole with this little plastic shovel. The dirt's really not packed down as hard as I first thought it was. So I'm going to put one more right here. That'll be 3 of them. There's actually one cattle panel here that's about 50 inches wide, so I've got 3 of them planted within a 50-inch section. So these are the Jetstar hybrid tomatoes. They're supposed to be indeterminate varieties, so the plant should grow really tall. The plan is for them to grow up this trellis as far as they want to go. I'm starting to run out of plants, so I think I have some lettuce seeds in the house. I may spread some of them in between these plants. That's all the plants that I purchased. Let's grab that camera and see what I got so far. So I've got everything packed in tighter than what's recommended, but I can't speak for all men, but when I go to read instructions, I just lose it all, and you know how that goes. So back here on this side, I have 4 cucumber plants. There's one Jetstar tomato. Next to it is a cherry tomato and 2 more Jetstars. I have 4 black zucchini squash growing right here. On the back row, I have 3 more Jetstar tomatoes and 4 of the yellow straight neck squash. These two, that little plant and that plant, is a zucchini Easy Pick Gold. Never seen a golden zucchini, so thought I'd try that. Got 1, 2, 3 jalapeno plants. So I know I have some lettuce in the house, maybe a few other things, but along the outside of the garden, all the way around on both of them, I'm going to plant some onion bulbs. Those probably should have been the first thing in the garden, but never enough time around here to do what you need to do. So I found some Grand Rapids lettuce. I believe this other one is, what does it say? Butter Crunch lettuce. Red seeds. That's kind of different for me. And some baby leaf spinach. I'm going to sow some of that right over here behind me, next to the jalapenos and the, maybe down there by the zucchini, the yellow zucchini. I'm not going to plant a bunch of it. I'll put a little bit in, and maybe in 2 or 3 weeks I'll come back and put a little more and have it growing continually instead of a whole bunch all at once. I always say more is better. If this zucchini grows very well, it's going to overtake this lettuce. While I was down at the house, I found some green beans, some pole beans. So I think what I'm going to do is form another trellis over here and one on the other side and try to grow those beans up that trellis. Well, I believe that's all I got time for this afternoon. I'll have to come back and revisit them pole beans and get them onion bulbs planted. I got some giant sunflower seeds in there I need to figure out what to do with. And then maybe till up a little spot behind this raised bed garden to throw some sweet corn in. Well, I'm glad to finally get some plants in the dirt. Remember, I'm learning as I go. Leave me some comments down below if I did anything right and all the things I did wrong. That way I can continue making improvements. I appreciate y'all watching my video. And I'll catch y'all next time here at Diddle Do Homestead. Have a good evening, everybody.